It's 5. I think it's a little after 5. I am shoeless, but I'm going to fix that. Ellie says, my shoes have been on for half an hour. Are yours on? Mine are not on, but they're about to be on. I'm picking out the shoe du jour, the shoe of the day. They're about to be on. I'm picking out the... There we go. The shoe of the day. Shoe du jour. Shoe du jour. That sounds pretty French, doesn't it? Hopefully Anna would be proud of me. Is Ultra trail shoes that are my holiest shoes. They're actually not my holiest shoes. Little hole there at the toe. Nothing that some duct tape can't fix. Hey, Ellie. Good morning, Carl. Carl, how are you? I saw over at Cats that you lost 5, but you were on your way back up. We'll see if we can help you some more today. The last I saw, you were at 49. Let me refresh. There you go. Carl is at 50 again. Let's push him over a little bit, guys. A little bit of a safety net. Is anyone here not subscribed to our friend Carl? Remember, hey Lee. Hey Lee, are you subscribed to Carl? This is a new channel for Carl. So you might have been subscribed to his old channel. You don't want to miss his new content or his new live streams. And you don't want to miss the opportunity to help out a friend. So, double check to make sure. Hey, Nino. Good morning, my friend. Ellie says, Yogi, had my shoes on like 30 minutes ago. Well, I only want to put my shoes on when I'm about to go outside. So, that's why I don't have my shoes on yet. I did have slippers on earlier. Slippers don't count. Good morning, Anna. Sissy says, good morning, all. Guys, thanks for being here. So double check. Make sure you double check that you are subscribed to our friend Carl. Lucy, how are you? Lucy is going to be coming up and sharing her story with me on Wednesday. Thursday, she'll be pulling cards again, but I'm really looking forward to Wednesday. It's an opportunity to really get to know Lucy. Lucy's a very warm, loving, and generous person. So much so that we might not realize, or maybe we haven't given consideration, the struggle that must have occurred in Lucy's life. We don't always live in an understanding world or an understanding society. And for someone to be true, let me see if I can find the... Anna says, how are you this morning, Yogi? Anna, I'm doing pretty good. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can find a quote. Won't be long. Give me a second. One second. I'm not ignoring you. This is from E. E. Cummings, wonderful American poet. To be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its best night and day to make you everybody else means to fight the hardest battle with which any human being can fight and never stop fighting. I don't necessarily agree with all of it. I don't think we need to continuously fight. Once we accept who we truly are, once we accept our authenticity, the battle's over. People might come at us, people might tell us to be otherwise, but now we are assured of who we are, and we no longer have to make concessions to people to tell us to be other. We don't have to do it any longer. We just get to be, which is the easiest thing in the world to do, to just be. Let's see. Lee says, I've realized, Yogi, and I've seen a very caring and compassionate side in her. She's also very giving and does a lot for all of us. You're absolutely right, Lee. You're absolutely right. Hey, Tiger King. Tiger King says, can you help me the way you help Carl get to 50 subs? I can try. Maybe this afternoon we can give it a shot. Kat makes an excellent point. She says, Tiger, you need to have some content. Yeah, so that's the thing. What is the help for? I mean, I don't need a reason to help. Hey, Carlos, what's your favorite memory of your dad? Oh, man. So many. So many. Hear my dad sing. Sing softly to himself. His presence, just that he was always there. Man, to touch upon what's going to sound like a sad moment, I was holding my dad's hand when he passed away. My dad had come home from the hospital the very last time that night he came home to be in hospice care. I was his caregiver. I came down in the middle of the night because I heard him stirring. He had a bell and a button that he could press to get my attention. He never pressed it, but I could tell he was in pain and he was agitated. And I came downstairs, and in typical fashion, my dad looked at me and said, "Why are you awake? I didn't wake you. I didn't disturb you, did I?" Imagine that. My dad literally only had a few moments to live, less than 10 minutes. And some of his last words were to look at me and say, "I didn't disturb you." Thinking of me. Very last moments, my dad was thinking about me. Man. Hey, kid. Kid says hi. Hey, Maddie. Maddie says, sorry, Miss Yogi, I can't read derogatory comments. Thank you, Maddie. Maddie, you're a good friend. Maddie, Chloe made me laugh so much yesterday evening, last night. Funniest thing, probably one of the funniest things I've ever read. Kat says, you're very lucky to have such a wonderful dad, Yogi. Thank you, Kat. I'm lucky with all the people that I have in my life right now. I'm lucky with all the people I've ever had in my life, including those who have come in and poked me in the chest and say, you're not so lucky. Because I'm here. So, Maddie, I hope you don't mind me telling this story. Chloe said she was in labor for 7.5 hours to give birth to a baby that looked absolutely like his dad. labored in pain for 7.5 hours, and the baby came out looking exactly like Maddie. Carlos says, strong connection with you for sure. May he rest in peace. Car, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. Hector says, I came here from Lucy's post. Hector, thank you for being here, my friend. Thank you so much. As well, Lucy, thank you so much for sharing. If Lucy gives the word, we'll mod you up, Hector. Hey, Larry. Do I have COVID? As far as I know, I don't think I've ever had COVID. Not on whatever this material is made out of. It's not exactly wood. It's not some kind of synthetic material. Don't know if that's an actual thing. Let's see. I only have one shoe on, by the way. Hector deserves mod. That's good enough for me. Hector, I hope you can make some meaningful connections here with some wonderful, wonderful people. Hey, Hector, could I ask a favor from you? Our friend Carl is up above. If any friend wouldn't mind dropping a link for Carl, if Carl wants to drop his link, or if Carl could leave a comment, Hector, if you could reach out and subscribe to our friend. Let's see. Blue Moon says, skip my... I don't skip anything. I miss. I seldom ever skip anything. Uh, 25 and a half hours. Wow. 25 and a half hours. There's a big difference between missing and skipping. Let's see. Well, thank you, Tiger King. So you take after your dad, then? Echo Real Men. I hope so. I hope so. If I could be half the father my dad was. Chloe says, hello, it's me you're looking for. Hey, Chloe. Chloe, I was talking about you. Thank you, Sissy. And Sissy, if you could drop your link. Hey, Solrak. Bald by nature or free will? That's an excellent question. Both. I could grow some hair. The person that I am closely connected to she's been begging me to grow back my ponytail. She's like, Yogi, you looked so cool back in those old videos. I really want to see you bring back that old man bald ponytail again. Am I right about that? She happens to be here, by the way. Maybe I misheard. Did I hear you say, I really love the way you look with that ponytail. You look so hip and so cool. I might be mistaken. It might be selective hearing. I might have heard what I wanted to hear. Got to stop. Solrak says, well, you rock no hair very well, man. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Sniper says, congratulations, Chloe, on the mini Manny. Cat says, stories. No, I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. If you guys want to find out for yourself, my early burpees in the basement videos, it was during the COVID shutdown. I used to wonder, I always had long blonde hair. I mean, really long. A lot of it. Ellie says, thank you, Ellie. See that? I got support. And I used to wonder, remember George Carlin? Some people can pull off that old man balding ponytail. Yes, you're balding. But you pull it back. It really shouldn't look any different except in the back. I'm rocking a ponytail. And I rocked it. Right? Those who have seen it, Kat, you've seen the videos. I rocked it, man. I was looking pretty hip. I was looking pretty cool. Ellie says, stop yapping and put shoes on. I am shoot up. I'm shoot up and ready to go. Hey, Heavy. You should have taught minoxidil. You know what? I didn't mind. Life happens. Some days you have hair, some days you don't. I don't want to be attached to it. And when I heard myself being attached to it, yeah, what do you want? Did you hear that? My cat just told me to grow back the ponytail. Hey, give me some confirmation. Yes? Should I grow it back? Yes or no? She just nodded her head. You didn't hear it, but she nodded her head. Okay, says so cute. Cat says, no, you have improved with age, Yogi, and with pigtail. Pigtail, that was a ponytail. You know what? Actual ponies used to look at me and go, wow, look at that tail. I remember looking in the mirror when I was pulling my hair back in a ponytail in my early 30s, and I started thinking, you know, man, what could I do? You know, do I want to use minoxidil? Do I want to comb it the other direction? Whatever. And I realized I was very attached to my hair, very attached to the ponytail, but I was losing it. I was going to suffer. Why? Why be attached to something that was obviously deserting me? Gravity gave up. Gravity said, you know what? I used to hold you in the head. I used to hold that hair in your head. It's just too much effort, too much work. And it gave up on me. Gravity left the building and my hair fell out or started falling out. So I said, you know what? I'm going to cooperate with what's happening anyway. And I just shaved my head. I actually didn't shave it all at once. I just cut it very short. But I got tired of paying money It's like, you know what? Instead of paying a barber to cut my hair, it was actually like I was paying a finder's fee. I was paying a barber to find hair so he could cut it. And I thought I could do that. So there you go. Why pay a finder's fee? Zoltar says, trim your beard and you're straight. You know what? I go through these phases with the beard. I try to grow it out. And then, like some hairs grow faster than others. Why is that? How come things can't just grow? Including us emotionally, spiritually. We grow, we expand, we contract. We grow, we expand, we contract. It's the way it works. The thug shaker is spiritually enlightening. What's a thug shaker? Could be. Everyone is congratulating Chloe. Big congratulations to Chloe. Chloe is awesome. One of my all-time favorite people. Recovering from her pregnancy, she sent me such a funny message yesterday that just every time I thought about it and every time I think about it now, it just kept me laughing. And it says, we grow, we expand, we contract. The key is to be aware that we are growing, to be aware that we are contracting, to be aware that we are expanding. Just be aware. Awareness of self reduces a large amount of suffering, because if we realize the contraction is just a natural, in Kabbalah, they talk about no spiritual gain comes without a little bit of a fall. And I think you could relate to this very well. The nature of a contraction is one of expansion. If you watch a high jumper, if you watch a pole vaulter, right? They run, they set the pole. Before they go up, they're dipping down. Before a high jumper jumps over a hurdle, they dip down and they explode up. The contraction always precedes the expansion. So when you think, why is all this bad stuff happening? Why is my life so crappy right now? If you're aware and if you watch, it's going to be preceded by this wonderful expansion of love and recognition of who you truly are, no matter what. But you got to be aware of it. You got to see those patterns happening. That life is never static. It comes with the fluidity of experiences. Duality. We live in a world of duality. However, duality is not our nature. Duality is the nature of the world. We have made this world in which we see as a projection of the ego. So we're going to have that duality of experiences. However, the real world, of which we don't see but we can experience, only every loving thought is true. So when we are offering love, extending love, we are revealing the world of light. And as you realize that, you actually start having light experiences. You start to see little glimmers of light around the edges of things. Relax and see what happens. Hector says, can someone please drop Carl's handle? Would someone mind dropping? I would, but it would only lead you back to me. And you're already here. You don't need to come back to me. Blue Moon says, Sniper, all right, you as your message, get read out. Hey, that's a good point. Blue Moon. Sniper says, Blue Moon, Tiger King, have you subbed to Carl yet? If we want to gain subscribers, we have to support others. He says, when I try to grow my Instagram first. He says, in a few years, I might start posting on YouTube. I don't spend much time on Instagram. A little bit. I check things. Thank you so much, Kat. Where is Carl? And I got him up so I can refresh. Carl is still at 50. Let's just get him a few to make sure that he's over the line. He was at 50 last night, and some of them disappeared. They were probably, like, for whatever reason, they didn't stick. So we want to make sure that they stick. Let's get him to 55. Nice and safe number. Chloe says, remember, hit that like for our Yogi. Thank you, Chloe. Definitely a little mini Maddie. Hey, you want to know something that I know for certain? The world most certainly does need another Maddie. Because Maddie's such an awesome person. Chloe's such an awesome person. The fact that Maddie and Chloe, two great people, came together uh, and they brought into a world such a lovely and loving little being who's going to have the best of both their qualities fills me with hope. Fills me with so much hope. Um, Man, congratulations just doesn't do it when I say that. Uh, you know what? All I can say when I think of little Jordy and I think of my friend Chloe and I think of my friend Maddie is thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for you guys coming together. Um, sorry, guys. And being you. So much love you've given. And now you got little Jordy to give all that love to. He's just going to grow up and be as awesome as his parents. All right. He's definitely going to be a gob on live in a few years. He'll take his mom's gob. Cat says Tristan. All right. Hey, Tristan. I guess my beard could use a trimming, right? Handle not link. Gotcha. Sorry, I missed some comments. Hey, Sissy, is your premiere coming up? I got a little emotional talking about Chloe and Maddie and Jordy. Seppa says, you have been pushing Carl's channel all morning, Blue Moon Tiger King. So, Blue Moon Tiger King, again, I never skip your stuff unless it's repetitive because it's only necessary to read it once. But, I figure you guys are having a conversation with each other, right? I'm sort of obsolete. You don't need me. I'm background. As I tell Kat, by nature of me being a white man, I'm just producing white noise. I'm here to relax. I could just sit here and make humming noises. I could do an impersonation of an air conditioner, and that would be enough. I might do that. I might just show up on a live stream and do nothing but hum. Maybe provide some rhythmic motion to help you guys sleep. Or maybe I'll make ocean sounds, and every once in a while, I'll do like a seagull in the background. You guys don't need me. I'm an accessory. I'm like a pair of earrings. I'm like a necktie. I'm like a soft, comfortable old pair of slippers. Hector says, I think your beard is fine. Thank you, Hector. I appreciate that. Hector, I'm glad I modded you up. If I didn't mod you up because of Lucy's recommendation, I would have modded you up just for saying you think my beard is fine. That's how easy I am. Guys, you want to gain status and the Just a Yogi Club? You want to be held in high esteem by me? Just say something nice about my beard. And there you go. That's all you need. Do you want me to come to your channel and give you a super chat? I'll do it. Just say something nice about my beard. I'm there. That's it. Tristan says, Cat and Jack, I appreciate your thoughts. Read Tristan. Let's see. Says Cat. I will. My father was just diagnosed with all leukemia. It's been rough all the way around. One thing it has done is bring my family closer. Tristan, my friend, prayers to you, prayers to your father, prayers to your family. Healing love, healing thoughts, my friend. I'm so sorry for that. However, we're going to continue. We're going to offer continuous prayers for your father and for you. I know how hard it is to have someone in your family suffering from a serious illness. Tristan, this is a Tibetan healing meditation bell, and we take it out for prayers, sending prayers out with every ring. We pull it out for celebration. We pulled it out for Maddie and Chloe when it was announced they had their baby boy. We pulled it out for our friend Praveen, who has a memorial service for his father. We rang it last night. Prayers for you. This is prayers for your father, my friend. 3 times. If you guys wish to join in, a little prayer, healing prayer for Tristan. If you ring a bell, follow the ring. Follow that sound. Where does it go? It seems to fade to nothingness. However, sound is never lost. Sound is a vibration. Sound is a vibration that continues. When you put a prayer connected to that sound, it doesn't fade. The prayer doesn't fade with the ending of the sound. The prayer continues onwards, indefinitely, infinitely, reaching the very mind of God, which is here and present. Love to your father, Tristan. Love to you. Love to your family. Kat, thank you. We got Sissy's premiere. Let me read something real quick. This is from a friend of mine. Gospel of Astonishment. And I'm reaching out to him to see if he can come up as soon as possible to hang out with me. Come up here and have a conversation with us. He has a wonderful channel, by the way. Anyway, he has a little quote. Synchronistically. This is from Hazrat Inyat Khan, who is a great Sufi musician, modern day Sufi musician. Sufism is the mystical branch of Islam. Divine sound is the cause of all manifestation. The knower of the mystery of sound knows the mystery of the whole universe. In the beginning was the Word. From absolute nothingness came a sound, and the universe sprung into existence. Trace every single sound back, and you get to the beginningness of the beginning. Every prayer that you offer, every sound that you utter is indeed a prayer. Trace it back, and you are in touch with the divine. I'm going to read just a little bit from my friend's book. In a flash, I understood that matter was not actually reality, that it was ego that had created duality and the false sense of I as separate, when in truth there is only one internal consciousness sharing an ever-present brilliant light with all sentient beings. I saw that this veil was duality itself, and that it alone created the I and thou, separation that was at the root of all suffering. Just like someone awakening from a dream, this imaginary idea of duality vanished, and all that was left was a pure knowing, the knowing of the true self, which had been there all along, but was overshadowed by the powerful pull of the illusory ego in a case of mistaken identity. Once this pure self is awakened, it is seen with absolute luminous clarity that it is the self of all beings, and that it is also the light of all forms, just one playing all, an astonishing projection onto the universal screen of existence. Only when the mind is perfectly still can this be realized. Our supreme identity as the eternal awareness of everything, otherwise known as God. This book is an answering guide, is an unswerving guide that will lead a reader directly down the path of this astonishing realization. For it is only after you realize your true nature that you will be able to help others to not suffer. Once you have seen underneath the veil and realize we really are all one, then you can play the divine love game. To help each other, you need to awaken to yourself. Then, knowing the truth that we're all one, all divine, you can play them with others. You can then play with others. First awaken, experience this directly. You can't put out the fire if you're trapped in it yourself. Until then, unbuckle up and enjoy the ride. A few things to remember. A solid anything is impossible. The world is made out of the same stuff dreams are made of, consciousness. There's only perfect, peaceful, intelligent space dreaming up a seeming solid world. This is The Gospel of Astonishment by James Vincent Plath. He's someone that I've had the good pleasure of talking. Cat says, gate smashed to smithereens. What happened? Damn gates. Cat says, Blue Moon Tiger King, your grievances here are disrupted to the chat. I know Yogi wants us not to discuss it, but there it is. Gate smashed to smithereens. Not just that. Cat kicked open the gate. I love you like Xena loves chicken. One love. Thank you, Jace. Hey, reach out to my friend. Buy his book. And hopefully he'll be on, maybe even this week. Hey, Dolly. Jace, my friend, thank you so much. All right. I did not see any grievances. Doesn't mean they're not there. I'm going to be very selective. So, Tiger King, if I do miss something. So, here's one thing. I know, Tiger King, you have accused me of having favorites. And I sort of said, no, I don't. But you know what? I do have favorites. Chloe's a favorite. Chloe, I will put up with no nonsense towards Chloe. Or Maddie. Or Kat. Or Sniper. Or Becca Boo. Or Lucy. Or Lee. Have I missed anyone? Or Ellie. Or Hector. Or Anna. But you know, want to know something else, Tiger King? I don't want anyone coming after you either. But I'm asking for peace. It's the last time I'm going to say this. I'm asking for peace. No one is ever doing anything to anyone here. Ever. No one is ever attacking anyone here. Ever. And no one is certainly ever going to go after Chloe here. Ever. Right now, Chloe needs nothing but peace. If Chloe gives me the good fortune of spending time here when she's absolutely exhausted, there's going to be zero stress directed at Chloe. Or even here towards anyone. She doesn't deserve it. So, having said that, where was I? I was here making white noise as I swayed back and forth. So, you know what? Cat stomped on the gates. And I'm glad she did. I'm glad she did. Because they needed to be burst open. So, the last time I'll say it. Tiger King, my friend, my good friend, who I love. Relax. Take it easy. One grievance a day and we're done. Any more grievances and I'm going to have to time you out, my friend. They weigh heavy upon me. Not you and not your grievances, but the fact that they're affecting everyone in the chat and that I'm even having this conversation for the upteenth time. And while we're on this subject, what number does upteenth precede? Do we go upteenth 1, upteenth 2, upteenth 3? When do we finally get to upteenth? And what comes after upteenth? Is there an afterwards? I used to be threatened by my mom. I've had it up to here for the upteenth time, and I used to wonder, I'm going to say something again. Because of the little brat that I was. I outgrew that by the time. I outgrew that, by the way, by the time I reached the age of at least 59 and 3/4, I finally outgrew that brattiness to be that peaceful, fun-loving guy that you know now, who does not even have a little absolute amount of brattiness left in him. It's obvious that I don't. I gotta go in 1 minute. Lucy says, we love you, Yogi Eric, and love to all. Thank you, Lucy. Sorry if it's not right, but it's the way it is. Tiger King, my friend, it's the way it is. Sometimes life sucks. Sissy says, we love you so much, Cat and Jack. We do love Cat and Jack. There's a formula for this, Eric. R squared. You're making me do math? Does it have to be squared? Can I just have one R? Bald cell. Is that Italian? For bald? You don't need to call me a bald in Italian. You can just say bald. Maddie says, Tiger, please respect Miss Yogi's wishes. If I was him, out of time to out. Sissy says, being argumentative in this chat will not achieve anything. This is true. This is true. Bald by nature or free will? Second time I was asked that. A little bit of both. Bald by nature on top, free will on the sides. Free will because Cat will not let me grow my ponytail back. Thank you, Maddie. Maddie, thank you so much, my friend. Maddie says, love you, Mr. Yogi, my friend. Love you too. You know what, Maddie, I have a confession to make. As much as I love you, I think I love little Jordy just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Man, that face won me over. Carl says, thanks everyone. Carl, you're welcome. Hector says, please be kind, spread positivity. Absolutely, Hector. Hey, Fran. You look like Felix from Stray Kids. Well, I'm 60 years old. If Felix from Stray Kids is 61, then yes, I do look like him. If Felix is under 60, and I suspect that he is, then he looks like me. Carl's going to have another short later. Awesome. Hey, Carl. Happy Sunday, my friend. Maddie says, I can take that, Mr. Yogi. Cat says, bald is beautiful. Hey, but think of this, Cat. When I have the ponytail, I am both bald and have a ponytail. I'm like doubly beautiful. Have you considered that, Cat? Hey, Jamie. Jamie, nice to see you, my friend. How are you? Cat, I can be bald and with a ponytail, the best of both worlds. I don't think you've considered this, Cat. I don't think you've considered all the possibilities. Yes. Our friend Burpee Maddie doesn't post a whole lot any longer. Has some awesome routines. Some of the hardest routines strung together by a burpee practitioner. And he would very often do dead stop push-ups as well as burpees done that way. Go down into the 6 count, hands up, and then down, and then do the push-up and back up. Cat says, no, just no. All I'm asking for is just imagine. It's like I'm an all-purpose yogi. Ponytail in the back, bald up front. I can be of service to everyone. I'm just looking for ways of being helpful. Blooming Tiger King says, JC, okay? Jay says, Jamie is another game player. Well, I hope we're all having fun playing the games. Marlon, hey Marlon, he could grow his beard and hair out and braid it together. Like a handle or extra ear on either side. Technically, I could. I did dead stop push-ups this morning. It takes out the stretch reflex, making it harder. It just goes to show, Jamie, there are infinite ways of making an exercise more difficult, adding in a little level of progression. Carl says, if people don't leave comments, it doesn't stick. So guys, make sure you leave a comment for our friend Carl. Jay says, I'm great, Tiger. Just time to sort out a few minor issues. Dace, if we can help in any way, just let me know. All right, guys, I'm going to have to go in just a minute. I got about 5 miles ahead of me. Want to make sure I'm all caught up. Hey, Dolly, thank you so much for being here, my friend. Guys, I think our friend Percolated Fish might come up for a conversation today. He is an awesome guy, very insightful. He is a practitioner of A Course in Miracles as well as some other traditions, as well as getting some great realization from plant-based medicines, if you know what I mean. And Monday, Miss Blipper is going to come up and talk A Course in Miracles. Monday evening, a great friend of mine of almost 30 years, her name is Nady. I've known her for 30 years. I never actually knew how to pronounce her name, by the way, until recently. She's coming up to talk Soulful Sojourns, is what she's been working on. Deeply, deeply loving and spiritual person. It's going to be Monday evening. Wednesday afternoon, Lucy's going to come up. Oh, Tuesday, let me backtrack. Tuesday evening, Squirrel Sniper will be up. He is going to be talking about the origins of dowsing and maybe all things dowsing, hopefully. Wednesday afternoon, Lucy's going to come up and she's going to share her story, her journey, and how she got to be the loving, caring Lucy that we know now. And then Thursday, what happens Thursday? Something happens Thursday. I don't remember. Oh, Lucy's going to pull cards, and then we'll see what happens from there. I love you guys. Kat says, love the ending. So let me do add. I dislike talking about this because we've talked about it and talked about it and talked about it. I want Tiger King to be completely happy and relaxed and have a good time with us. However, the continuous airing of grievances, the same ones over and over and over again, even after he's been reassured that what he thinks is happening to him is not actually happening to him, can't go on because it is affecting everyone else. I have lost subscribers, people that I care about. I have, it has brought me a great deal of discomfort. Me, myself, I'm okay with it, but I don't like seeing people I care about feel like they can't relax here. And they come here for very specific reasons, some of which is just to relax and let out a sigh and think, okay, at least Yogi's not going to get on my nerves for 23 minutes. I actually can't make that promise. More than likely, I'm going to get on your nerves. Hey, EX. I'm most definitely a Hawkeye main. Okay. Oh, Marvel. Hawkeye. I do like Hawkeye. I like regular people. Although, I'm more of a DC man myself. So Yogi says, yeah, I get that, Yogi. My wish would be that Tiger King could come up and air what he wants to air whenever he wants to, and all of us could basically just offer him love. And maybe we will. I don't know. But as of now, got to set in some kind of policy in place that is meant for everyone. So there it is, Tiger King, my friend. I know it's not ideal. I know it feels very hurtful. It is not directed at you personally. I can guarantee you that. Phoenix says, Yogi is the most reasonable person I've ever not met. Thank you, Dolly. Dolly says that sounds good. So what we put in place for the top mods can air out the grievance. Say what you want to say. Second time you get a warning. Third time you get timed out. The next time you get timed out, it's for longer. After that, it's for the day. Whenever someone comes back, and this isn't directed at Tiger King, this is for anyone who's continuously. Every time someone comes back, and I hope they come back, anytime someone comes back, they're automatically, instantly forgiven with nothing held against them. It's never like, I hope you've learned your lesson or things are going to be better. It's always like we're all starting over, like we met someone for the first time. And so we proceed. I wish there was another way. I don't know one. But if you have one that falls in line with all the stuff that we're trying to do, let me know. In the meantime, there is a beaver out there waiting for me. There's been a recent sighting of a muskrat, which I love. There's all kinds of deer. I haven't seen a buck in a while. It's been a couple weeks. It's been over a month since I've seen my owls, although I hear them almost every morning. There is a fox out there chirping around. That's right, I said chirp. I know my foxes. You're like, foxes don't chirp. You don't know my foxes, guys. My foxes chirp. This is my world. I've projected it. I've made it. I can have foxes that chirp and birds that howl. Don't tell me what to do with my world. Hey, man, my friend. Becca says, I promise. Becca. I count on you being Becca. That's all I ever ask from you, Becca, is to be the wonderful, loving person that you are. That's it. That's my expectations of Becca. Be Becca. Marlon says, Yogi chasing beavers again. Becca says, well, I do have my moments. Cat says, well, another TK. Oh, if you have a pet beaver. I do not have a pet beaver. I have beavers at my little pond. I am, Carl. Carl, I am on Facebook. Sorry I missed your comment. Eric McCarty. I'm the bald guy with his 2 dogs. Jay says, let me check after this. What are we checking? We got some unicorn vibes. Phoenix says, be the best that you can be, and the better you than you were yesterday. All right. I'm heading out. Gonna take my walk. I'm gonna do some stuff. Enrique says, Kratos. Dolly says, one day at a time. Oh, Sissy says, one day at a time, just for today. Thank you, Sissy. Guys, I hope you show up for Sissy's premiere. Lacey says, see y'all, Yogi Eric. Guys, make sure you look at my friend's book. Ellie says, love you, Eric. I love you too, Ellie. Enrique, I apologize, says, have a good walk. Thank you, my friend. And Richard says, Richard, thank you for singing. We all have our moments, Yogi. That's part of life and have been human. No one is perfect, but we can only try to be more positive and look on the brighter side of life, even in the hard times. We have one another. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Carl says, if I can find you, I'll add you, Yogi. Thank you, Carl. I appreciate that. Can always use one more friend. Thank you, Hector, my friend. Hector, I really appreciate you being here. DC, thank you for sharing my link. All right, I will be live again at 1 o'clock. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you being here. Love you, Anna. Maddie says, enjoy your walk, sir. Thank you, Maddie. Maddie, you know what? Just seeing you pop up again put a huge smile on my face. You're an awesome man, an awesome father. Kat says, have a good walk, Yogi. Love you. I love you too, Kat. Jamie says, have a great day, everyone. Thanks, Jamie. Hey, Jamie, are we going to see a video of your dead stop push-ups? Anna says, enjoy your walk, Yogi. Thank you, Anna. Anna, I saw your comments over at Kat, and I'm so glad that you are experiencing all that love you have in each moment. Manny says, I'll never fill your shoes, Mr. Yogi. You know, there's a great line from A Course in Miracles that says that, when we're finally walking with love, we're walking with mighty companions. When I think about walking with Maddie, when I think about walking with all of you guys, I think these are my mighty companions. These are the people that I'm meant to be walking with. Thank you. Thanks for walking with me. Jamie already made a short. Jamie, I'm going to bring your channel up so that it'll be here when I get back from my walk, and I'm going to check out your shorts. Jamie, thanks for coming in. Much appreciated. Love you guys. Take care.